He sidestepped aside, punched the infected in the head, and finished him off by stabbing into the neck of what had once been a man. Well, he didn't have much of a choice, he replied, looking at his small hills around him and walking towards the highest one. Claire followed him. He was a little different from what she had imagined in her mind. Was he more gentle? Well, it was certainly undeniable from what he had. Menacing aurora in his eyes caused a pressure that she wasn't used to feeling. He was dangerous, and just looked into his eyes as her body went on alert. However, there was something else about him. Ghost ignored the feeling of Claire's gaze on his back and climbed to the top of the hill, looking around for the best route to the city. Not far from where the small village is, a little further to his right. To his left, he could see that surrounded town, maybe about 12 or 13 minutes walk. So what's this? From what Sherry, you could not get involved with the BSAA. Why are you helping my brother? Claire asked, wanting to think of something at least a few moments. And she did have to feel like crap later. She didn't need to start now. A little setback called Albert Wesker. This mishap attacked my base. I had no choice but to team up with people who hate him as much as I do, he explained, walking towards the wall. So it's a temporary alliance? She said as she confirmed it. After a few minutes of walking, he approached the wall. Valentine, we're close to the city, he said over the radio. In a matter of moments, they saw the flare go up in the sky. They descended quickly up the hill and jumped over the wall all surrounding the town. It wasn't too difficult, as the wall wasn't that high. Ghost continued to lead away with his rifle, raised and took a few steps quickly towards the beacon. They continued down the streets until they found Jill, watching from the top of the city ahead. There's a ladder in the alleyway, she said to the side. In just a minute, she was walking towards Claire with her arms open. It's good to see you, she said, squeezing Redfield's against her body, and Claire did the same, closing her eyes as she enjoyed that squeeze. She needed it. I hope you know that from now on, Chris won't leave your side. Your apartment gone. You're moving in with him. Claire smiled. I know, she said. They both looked at Ghost, who approached. Sorry to interrupt, but the third Redfield, he asked. I don't know. Sherry should be here now, Jill said, and Ghost grunted softly. Sherry, do you copy? He called her on the radio and sighed impatiently with some time without an answer. Sherry, do you hear me? How did you split up? Claire asked. We were attacked by infected on the bridge. The bridge gave away and she and Ghost fell. But along the way from each other, we'd say we set off the flare if anything. We'd radio each other, Jill explained, watching Ghost's back. Damn, girl, are you listening? He spoke loudly, mentally scolding himself for showing more than he wanted to. But fuck if they saw him worried. He wouldn't get that far just for the girl to die in a place like that. It's not the best time, Ghost. He finally had an answer, and everyone could hear the girl's panting voice, as well as the destruction going on in the background. Where are you? He asked, changing the magazines on his rifle to incinerate ammunition. I'm near a warehouse in the dead-end street, she said over the radio, and they could hear the roar of something chasing her. Launch the flare. I'm coming to you. That's all he said before turning to the last two women. We're coming with you, Claire said as she shook his head. No, you're going to Chris, and that's not up for debate, Redfield, he simply said, not joking. What? You don't? No. Shut up and listen now. He interrupted her rudely. We're going after Alex, but I promised Chris that I help you get home safely, and I like to be the man of my word. You and Jill go to him, and I'll go to Sherry. I've wasted enough time already, he said, turning back after hearing the beacon. She was maybe 2 or 3 blocks away. He turned again, facing Claire, who had a very unfriendly expression on her face. I think it's for the best. At least we can be sure she'll be in good hands, Jill said, not wanting to leave Claire the chance to intervene. Good, was all he said, before turning and running towards the beacon. The two watched as he started jumping from rooftop to rooftop, from lamppost to lamppost towards Sherry.